Well, there were tons of signs that a new trailer was imminent for the Eternals. And last night, Marvel Studios dropped a surprise and hit us with the final trailer. The new trailer answers tons of questions and gives us a great idea of what's going to happen in the movie. Let's take a couple minutes to break the trailer down, talk a little bit about its big reveals, and what the Eternals is going to add to the MCU. Now, before we dive in though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, we got this big giveaway. We got a PlayStation 5 to give away at 25,000 subscribers. All you have to do to get in on this giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. And while you're at it, check out that Buy Me a Coffee link down below. It is an awesome way to support this channel with a tiny bit of pocket change, all while creating no recurring obligation for yourself. We really appreciate it. Well, what did you guys think of the new Eternals trailer? If you haven't seen it, I'm running bits of it in the background, but you need to click off of here and go check it out. Now, we've gotten a couple of trailers for the Eternals already, but due to the worldwide health crisis and delays, they've really been spaced out. Now, last night at midnight, Marvel Studios released the final trailer for the Eternals. And in this trailer, they answered tons of questions, as well as gave us a first look at some of the Celestials, as well as the villainous Deviants. So I thought we could take a couple of minutes to break down the trailer, talk about all the new details, and maybe make some predictions and pontification about the upcoming film. I really think the biggest thing that came out of this trailer was the big fan question was answered. Where have the Eternals been? And it was answered directly. Now, in the trailer, they talk about not being able to interfere with human affairs unless deviants were involved. And this is why the Eternals have remained dormant through most of the MCU history. It also does appear that the events of Avengers Endgame are playing directly into this movie. During the trailer, Selma Hayek's Ajax referred to the emergence, and this appears, based on many bits in the trailer, to be an egg that's hosting an upcoming Celestial. There are multiple scenes in the trailer that seem to indicate something growing, and I'm going to bet that is a Celestial currently growing in Earth. And all that cosmic energy from the snap, like Ajax said, accelerated the process. Now, there appears to be a ton of flashbacks in this trailer, and I suspect a good portion of the movie will be dedicated to that. Seeing the Eternals in their costumes, many of the segments involving the Celestials, I believe are actually flashbacks, which we'll see a lot of in Act 1. Now, I do find it very, very interesting that they're saying 7 days, and it does suggest that the setting for this movie, as far as on the timeline, will be directly after Avengers Endgame. This could very well place it before WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki, making how this component fits into the rest of the MCU pretty interesting. That does suggest to me that the Eternals are able to contain the threat in their own film without the rest of the world finding out who they are. But we'll have to wait and see how the movie plays out. Now, one of the most curious things in the trailer, though, was the Deviants. We had heard that Marvel was going with a much more monstrous version of the Deviants, and clearly that's what we're getting. We got multiple scenes with Eternals characters battling Deviants, and they are really something out of nightmares. The Deviants in the comics, although having monstrous features, are often very humanoid in appearance, and that doesn't seem to be the case here. Well, except for that one. If you notice at the end of the trailer, there is a scene that it appears to be Crow with Angelina Jolie's Thena. Now, if you're familiar with the comics, you know those two characters have an ongoing relationship, and I'm starting to wonder if that's what we were seeing in the trailer. Now, it appears to me the general story is going to be that a new Celestial is going to be hatched on Earth, and with that potentially destroying all of humanity. It sounds like the Eternals will have to choose to defy their own masters, the Celestials, to prevent this Celestial from being born. This really does remind me of the Neil Gaiman comic series, which we've covered a little bit on this channel, and has been rumored for a long time to be the basis of the story. Now, I think a lot of the MCU questions were covered in this trailer, and I am more excited now to see this movie than I was before. The costumes and the action look great, and with the story that they're laying out, I think even for Eternals fans, we might have something pretty interesting here. Now, I'm going to encourage you guys to check out the comics. I've linked them all down below, and I would highly suggest Neil Gaiman's most current version. There's also a great Marvel Knights video, which I'm also going to try to link down below, which I actually own and is a ton of fun. Although this is an animated feature, it really does give you the complete Neil Gaiman story. So what do you guys think? Did you like the final trailer for the Eternals? And what do you think of Marvel's interpretation of the Deviants? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, not getting any updates. Peace.